I've heard this idea of Newton's flaming laser sword tossed around a bit, and the actual sword goes like this. It says, if it cannot be tested by experiment, then it is not worthy of debate. So it's a stronger version of Occam's razor, which says the simpler is the better of the two philosophies. This is a razor that's trying to cut off a lot of stuff as not being worthy of debate, which basically means we can't know about it. First of all, we should point out that Newton never said this. But here's an example of something that can be tested by experiment. Does the period of a pendulum depend on the mass? And this is something that I do with my students. I have them determine this, and they run through the experiment themselves. It's a great little exercise. So here's the experiment. We have a pendulum, and we let it swing, measure the period, and then we add some mass to it, and we measure the period again. Some examples of ideas that cannot be tested are things like, does God exist? Well, this can't be tested by experiment, so not worthy of debate. Is it wrong to murder? This also cannot be determined by experiment, and so this is not worthy of debate. Did Jesus rise from the dead? Okay, a historical question, but not one that can be tested by experiment, so also not worthy of debate. Right? Instead of discussing whether it's true or false, we just throw it out the window. Do things have essences? A philosophical question. Can't be determined by experiment, not worthy of debate. Why is there something rather than nothing? This actually is not even a scientific question. Science doesn't deal with nothing. Science can't even determine what nothing is or create an environment where there's nothing. There are no equations to describe nothing, otherwise it would be something. So, can't be tested by experiment, not worthy of debate. What is the meaning of life? Can't be tested by experiment, also not worthy of debate. Most importantly, though, this statement cannot be tested by experiment. That if it cannot be tested by experiment, is it worthy of debate? This cannot be tested by experiment, so it's not worthy of debate. The problem is, though, this is this very question. The razor, the laser sword, cuts off itself. And so Newton's flaming laser sword is self-refuting. Therefore, it's irrational.